Yo, what is going on, guys? It's C-Brev. Welcome to another MLB The Show 19 card review. Today I'm going to be going over 98 overall Finest Francisco Lindor. This card is obtainable through Finest Packs. I think he's either set 2 or set 3, not too sure. Or you can buy him off the marketplace. He's currently selling for around 40,000 stubs, which is pretty cheap. Market on a lot of cards just crashed with the announcement of Finest Elite, but yeah, that's good news for everyone, honestly. Getting right into the review, this card is absolutely disgustingly good. I was overwhelmingly impressed with this card, especially against right-handed pitching. He is favored against right-handed pitching, but his stats on paper aren't really as good as a lot of other cards in the game. So I was kind of skeptical going into it, but I think it just has to do with his swing being so amazing, but this card generates so much power. It is ridiculous. I will say there is a little bit of sample bias because pretty much all of my at-bats with this card were against right-handed pitching. That's kind of just how it worked out with the matchups that I ended up getting into throughout the run with this team. But in general, this card just hit for an absolutely insane amount of power. His fielding is obviously very good. The 81 arm strength does kind of suck at times, but on most plays you're going to be fine. Like, there's going to be a very marginal difference between this card defensively and one of the top tier shortstops defensively. But overall, I think this card is sick. I would go so far as to say if you use Roberto Alomar at second base, then you should strongly consider maybe replacing him with this guy. Roberto Alomar definitely better on higher difficulties, but on lower difficulties this card might actually be better because he just hits for so much more power than Robbie Alomar does. We're getting to a cool point in the year where there's a lot of people that can be replaced with other cards, so that's super fun. But yeah, I feel like I'm talking a lot, so I'm just going to try to stop talking so much, but overall I think this card is absurdly good. You can't really go wrong with a switch hitter, and the amount of power this card hits for, given his stats on paper, is just way above where I would expect this card to be playing. This is one of the best options in the game for any of the positions that he can play. So if you were expecting to want to try this card, then I would highly recommend. He did amazing for me. So as always, we'll rate the card how he rates in the meta, and we'll rate him compared to how much he costs. High rates in the meta, I'll give him an A-. Definitely close to tier 1 at any of the positions that he can play, like I said. And for how much he costs, I'll give him a B+. It's kind of weird how these how much he costs ratings are changing over the course of these series of market crashes with Finest release. But at this point, 40k is actually kind of a lot for a card, which is weird to say, but yeah, still definitely a good deal. Still would recommend for that price point. So I hope y'all enjoyed this card review. Let me know who you want me to review next down in the comments below. Enjoy the clips after this. There's a ton of them because this card did nothing but hit the ball hard. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.
On second with one down now. That'll bring up the switch-hitting shortstop and perennial MVP candidate Francisco Lindor. Oh, and he leaves that one right over the plate as this is sent high and deep. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he will pull into second with a 2
away from wrapping up a very good innings work out of the bullpen here.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Junior looks up, and that one is gone on a
strike zone. And with two guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Smoke the other way, high and deep to left. And this ball is gone.
No the plate, and then some slow stuff down and away. That's one of the classic ways to mess up a hitter's timing. Up and in.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he's in there easily at
dream right here.
1-1. Here it comes. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Griffey Jr. going back on it, still ranging back, and that
look for him to be on the attack early in this at bat.
Oh, and he leaves that one right over the plate as this is sent high and deep out to right center field, and it is gone. A home run. working for the punch out and the offering. Now here's a ball heading for the right field corner. This has the distance and it stays fair. Home run. Let's go Lindor. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third. Comes the second out in the bottom of the fifth. There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position. This is driven to right, and no doubt about it, that one's way out of here.
Threw the hitter's timing off, got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Driven nicely into the gap. He threw first and hustling for second. The relay.
I think he's shown you right there. He was trying to put you away with the off-speed pitch. Have to be.
There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. Looking up is the center fielder. At the track, the wall. Out of here.